on earth does not want a great life? Who does not want a successful life? Who does not want a beautiful life? Sorry for that slip of tongue. So everyone wants. Who on earth does not want a great life? Who doesn't want a beautiful life? Who doesn't want a successful life? Everyone does, and the Nepalese are no exception. Just the other day, the Prime Minister of Nepal, KP Sharma Oli, offered a simple way to that great life, that much coveted, much desired, beautiful life. In today's soft talk, I'll be talking about the way to that great life, as propounded by none other than our great Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. A barely 2% population growth in this country and a huge outmigration of the country's youth. These two factors have sections of the Nepali society deeply worried. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli shared this worry. He shared this worry at the concluding session of the Nepal Youth Summit 2004. On the occasion, he acknowledged, at least partially, that that this lack of a conducive environment for jobs, for gainful employment, was also to blame for this exodus. He remarked that Nepal's population growth is quite low, and what he offered may astound you, may surprise you. He offered the youth an idea for a beautiful future. His prescription runs like this: get married in your 20s and make babies without delay. Otherwise, he said, Nepal may become a country of senior citizens with the youths leaving the country in large numbers, citing a lack of gainful employment opportunities. Let's read into Nepal's Marriage Act. What provisions does it have regarding the minimum marriageable age for the youths? This Marriage Registration Act states that the minimum legal age for marriage in Nepal is 20 years for girls and boys. However, they can marry at 18 years with parental consent. The onus is on our young people to think about this alarming scenario. What scenario? A low population growth and a huge number of youths leaving the country. That is a high rate of youth outmigration. He said the onus is on the young people to just address this issue, to think about this two-pronged crisis: a low population growth and a high outmigration rate. Thus, he struck a chord with sections of the Nepali society, those sections that often express concerns about the youth exodus and a low population growth rate in a country that has a population of around 2 crore 90 lakhs. The country has problems, of course, but this is not the sole reason behind this exodus, the Prime Minister said in reference to a grim reality in which senior citizens, women, and children have been left to fend for themselves. There is also a wave and a youthful desire to go abroad, the Prime Minister remarked. Then he stressed the need to just stop this outflow. The Prime Minister's remarks come at a time when successive governments in Nepal have drawn criticism for their failure to create a conducive environment for employment and retain the youths within the country and reap the demographic dividend. This amid talk of Nepal's graduation to a developing country status from the club of least developed countries. The government is making plans to promote entrepreneurship. That is what the Prime Minister sought to assure, and he said that his administration was thinking of bringing about a wave of development by introducing micro entrepreneurship programs that provide jobs to a significant number of youths. Then he brought forth this grim reality. That reality is 20% of the nation's population living behind the poverty line, living below the poverty line. And he stressed the need to just reduce poverty by 2% each year for 10 consecutive years. Like the Prime Minister, this time, several other political leaders, his predecessors, have just they have not lagged behind when it comes to making promises, high sounding promises. But will the Prime Minister this time take some concrete action to address this grim scenario? Because the Prime Minister himself is on the driving seat, and within uh, it is in him to take action to make a difference, to retain the youths within the country, to ensure a robust population growth, a decent population growth, at least, to just not make the country a country of senior citizens, to reap the demographic dividend that comes with a youthful population. Who can just make the difference other than the Prime Minister himself? And who knows this better than the Prime Minister himself? On this note, I wrap up this edition of Soft Talk. I request you to subscribe to this channel, comment on our presentation, and press that like button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.